Following the postponement of reviews and disbursements to Antigua and Barbuda under the 36-month standby arrangement (SBA) with the International Monetary Fund (IMF, government is pleased with the recent resumption of the agreement. The completion of the reviews from the period March 27 to April 5 cleared the way for the immediate disbursement of US $20.3 million, bringing the total disbursements to date to US $61 million. The details in this report.
A team from the IMF, headed by Mission Chief Jeffrey Bannister, met with officials from the Ministry of Finance and the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank (ECCB) to conduct the postponed 4th, 5th, and 6th reviews. Expenditures made by the government in support of ABIB contributed to what the IMF described as temporary or minor deviations from the program objectives. While the resolution of the ABIB issue remains a work in progress, the IMF has agreed to the resumption of disbursements under the SBA. In addition to the disbursements, the IMF also agreed to the government's requests for waivers of non-observance of the performance criteria on the central government overall deficit, including grants, the contracting and guaranteeing of external debt by the non-financial public sector, state-owned enterprises, and the accumulation of central government budget expenditure arrears. Minister of Finance Harold Lovell says his team was confident that postponement of the reviews and disbursements of funds were temporary and that they would achieve the benchmarks to enable the resumption of the agreement with the IMF. Lovell adds that they were also resolute that the intervention to shore up ABIB and preserve the integrity of the domestic financial sector was the correct thing despite the overall setback. The finance minister welcomes the development and says his team remains committed to putting the country on a sustainable fiscal and economic path. The standby agreement with the IMF forms part of the structured and phased program by the government of Antigua and Barbuda during an extremely challenging economic and financial period. In 2009, government rolled out the homegrown National Economic and Social Transformation NEST Plan 2010 to 2014 to address a history of weak fiscal management, an unsustainable debt burden, and weak institutional structures. The NEST plan is designed to deal with the immediate socio-economic challenges triggered and amplified by the global economic downturn, while simultaneously securing the long-term structural viability of the economy to mitigate internal vulnerabilities. There are 4 main pillars of the NEST plan: the Fiscal Consolidation Program, the Economic Action Plan, the Social Transformation Program, and Financial Sector Stability. The IMF standby arrangement supports the NEST plan, which seeks to arrest the problem of prolonged fiscal imbalances, debt sustainability, with the target being 60% of GDP by 2020, and the implementation of structural reforms necessary to strengthen the resilience and productive capacity of the economy. During the reviews, the IMF team hailed the results of the government's NEST plan as impressive, saying they have been achieved in an environment where revenues have remained depressed. The IMF team said that as a result, the brunt of the adjustment has been supported by drastic cuts to primary expenditure, with some savings as a result of debt restructuring. The team added that in complement to the efforts made to restrain spending and boost revenues, the authorities are implementing measures to improve administrative efficiency, broaden the tax base, and improve public financial management. For ABS News, Tashika Lavan reporting.